What if the old 1776 to 1976 $1 coin sitting quietly inside a forgotten drawer is carrying a story far bigger than most people ever imagine? At first glance, it looks ordinary, just another heavy American dollar coin with faded silver color and worn edges. But this coin was created during one of the most emotional celebrations in United States history, and hidden inside its design is a message connecting America's past and future together in one single piece of metal. The year was 1976. America was preparing to celebrate 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Across the country, cities were covered with flags, patriotic music filled television broadcasts, and families gathered together for parades and fireworks. It felt like the entire country was stopping for a moment to remember where everything began. During that historic atmosphere, the United States Mint decided to create special commemorative coins for the bicentennial celebration. Special quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins were designed to honor the occasion. But among all of them, the Eisenhower dollar became one of the most fascinating because, unlike ordinary coins, this one carried two dates instead of one: 1776 to 1976. And that unusual detail immediately captured public attention. People began saving the coins instead of spending them. Some believed they would become extremely rare one day. Others simply wanted to keep a physical memory of America's 200th birthday. And slowly, the bicentennial dollar became more than money. It became a symbol. Now look carefully at the front of the coin. You will see President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left with a calm and serious expression. Around him appear the words liberty and in God we trust. But the double date below changes the emotional feeling completely. 1776 to 1976. Those numbers instantly separate this coin from every normal Eisenhower dollar. They remind the viewer that this was not created for an ordinary year. It was created during a once-in-a-lifetime celebration most Americans believed they would never witness again. But the reverse side of the coin is where the real emotional story begins. Instead of the traditional eagle design used on earlier Eisenhower dollars, this coin shows the Liberty Bell standing proudly in front of the moon. At first, many people only notice the patriotic appearance, but hidden inside that image is powerful symbolism that most people completely ignore. The Liberty Bell represents America's birth and struggle for independence in 1776. The moon represents America's future, ambition, and technological achievement after the Apollo space missions, past and future together. That is why this coin quietly feels different once you truly understand it. It is not only celebrating the beginning of America, it is celebrating how far the country traveled in 200 years. And the designer behind this famous reverse was Dennis R. Williams, whose artwork won a nationwide competition. Imagine the pressure of creating an image that millions of people would eventually carry in their pockets. But here comes the mystery many viewers secretly wonder about. If millions of bicentennial dollars were produced, why do collectors still search for them today? The answer is hidden in small details most people never think to check. Some coins were struck in Philadelphia and carry no mint mark at all. Others came from Denver and include a small D mint mark. And special collector versions were struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark. That tiny letter can completely change collector interest because certain San Francisco examples were specially made for collectors using better striking methods and more careful finishes. Some were proof coins with mirror-like surfaces. Others were produced in 40% silver instead of regular copper-nickel-clad metal. Under light, silver bicentennial dollars often glow differently. Their surfaces appear softer, brighter, almost cleaner than normal circulation pieces. Even people with no collecting experience sometimes notice the difference immediately. But condition is where the story becomes truly dramatic. A heavily worn coin with scratches and faded details may only be worth a small amount above face value. Yet another example with brilliant luster, sharp details, and almost no damage can become highly desirable to collectors. Companies carefully examine coins under magnification, studying tiny marks, shine, color, and overall preservation. Then they assign official grades. Higher grade coins are often much harder to find because most bicentennial dollars entered circulation and suffered years of wear. And this creates another layer of suspense, because somewhere out there, people may still unknowingly own collectible examples hidden inside old boxes, jars, or forgotten collections. Imagine someone cleaning an attic late at night. Old family belongings are scattered everywhere. Then suddenly, a small dollar coin appears between faded photographs and forgotten papers. At first, it seems ordinary, but then the person notices the double date and the unusual Liberty Bell reverse. That feeling is one reason collectors remain fascinated by this coin generation after generation. Not because every bicentennial dollar is extremely valuable, but because every coin carries possibility. And there is another emotional reason these coins survived for so many years: memory. Many Americans who lived through 1976 remember the excitement of the bicentennial celebrations. They remember fireworks exploding across city skylines. They remember patriotic concerts, family gatherings, and children waving small American flags during parades. So when people hold this coin today, they are not simply holding metal. They are holding memories connected to a specific moment in history. It explains why so many people refuse to spend these coins even decades ago. Instead, they place them carefully inside drawers, albums, or small boxes, hoping future generations would one day appreciate them. And sometimes those forgotten coins quietly wait for decades before being rediscovered again. There are also hidden design details most people overlook completely. Look closely at the Liberty Bell. Its famous crack remains visible. Now notice the moon behind it. The contrast feels intentional. An old cracked bell from the 18th century standing before humanity's greatest technological achievements. Together, the images tell a silent story about progress without forgetting history. And once collectors notice those details, the coin suddenly becomes much harder to ignore. Another reason people love the bicentennial dollar is its physical size and weight. Compared to modern coins, it feels large and heavy in the hand. The moment someone picks it up, it immediately feels more serious, more historic, more important. That physical experience matters deeply in coin collecting, because collecting is not only about value. Now comes the question almost every viewer asks sooner or later: how much is the 1776 to 1976 $1 coin actually worth today? Realistically, most circulated examples remain common and usually sell for only a few dollars above face value. Proof version silver issues and high-grade certified examples can reach stronger prices depending on rarity and condition. But despite dramatic internet headlines, most bicentennial dollars are not worth life-changing fortunes. People continue collecting these coins because of history, symbolism, and emotional attachment, rather than unrealistic riches. Still, the dream always remains alive. Collectors continue searching through old collections hoping to discover beautiful silver examples, rare proof strikes, or unusually well-preserved pieces forgotten for decades. That small possibility keeps the excitement alive. Imagine America during the summer of 1976 one final time. Crowded streets, fireworks exploding overhead, music echoing through neighborhoods, families standing together during celebrations, and, deep inside, banks across the country, brand new bicentennial dollar coins quietly entered circulation for the first time. Fresh, shiny, untouched, tiny pieces of national memory traveling from hand to hand. No one truly knew then that decades later, people around the world would still study these coins with fascination and curiosity. And maybe that is the real hidden secret of the 1776 to 1976 $1 coin. It proves that ordinary objects can slowly absorb human emotion over time. A simple coin can become a witness to celebration, pride, hope, and memory itself. So the next time you see one resting quietly inside a jar or forgotten drawer, do not ignore it too quickly. Hold it carefully. Look at the Liberty Bell. Look at the moon. Look at those two historic dates, 1776 to 1976. Because for one brief moment, you are not simply holding a dollar coin. You are holding America remembering its own story.